to Orofino Maniacs football. Today's pregame show on AM 13 KLER is brought to you by
Watson's Grocery Orofino, Kimberling Insurance Agency, Orofino Physical Therapy, Family Eye Care, The Pizza Factory, Les Schwab Tire and Alignment Center, Best Built Builder Supply, Perry Bowling of Camas Financial, and P1FCU. And now to the field we go for Maniac football.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to St. Maries, Idaho. It's tonight a Central Idaho League encounter between the Orofino Maniacs and the St. Maries Lumberjacks. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, we thank you for tuning in today for this, our last game of the 2022 football season for the Orofino Maniacs. And CJ, how great would it be if Orofino could come up with a victory here tonight over their Central Idaho League rival? I mean, they just love playing St. Mary's, number one, and then number two, they would love to come up with a victory. They're one and only on the year.
Yeah, most definitely. It has been a tough season for this Orofino Maniac football squad. The bright points have been kind of few and far between, and we have had some crazy battles at the end of seasons here at St. Mary's. You never know what you're going to get. St. Mary's is at this point playoff bound, and it would be great to get that W to finish off the season and kind of, take a little bit of a good feeling into next year.
Yeah, the league expanded this year with the addition of Priest River and Kellogg. St. Mary's fared very well over the season, and as they are celebrating senior night here tonight, and the crowd is heavy for the St. Maries Lumberjacks as they are reminiscing considerably much about their victory over the Grangeville Bulldogs this year. I mean, there's another big battle between St. Maries, Grangeville, and Orofino, the old Central Idaho League. And with that victory over Grangeville, St. Maries secured a spot to state.
Yeah, most definitely. Talking to Coach Teft earlier in the week, he says that he described Grangeville as a thorn in their side, and I was like, "Whoa, we know how that is. That's the exact same way we feel." So he was very happy that they could get that victory and get the berth to state. At the moment, it looks as though they are predicted to play against West Side at the moment.
So the Orofino Maniacs and St. Maries Lumberjacks, TJ, they have another thing that ties them together. They're two head coaches, Craig Teft, who coaches for St. Maries, and Jake Metke, who coaches for Orofino. They coached together when they were together at Potlatch. And so that's just another reason that each one of them wants a victory here tonight over the other. Orofino, like you said, CJ, they have just struggled this year. It's been a difficult season to score points, keep kids healthy, keep kids on the roster. It has been dwindling down in numbers as we have gone throughout the season. And so just to score points, of course, that's a victory in itself. But number two, to come up with a victory would be fantastic.
Yeah, most definitely. And they have been improving as well. We saw a great improvement in that game on the road against Priest River, especially in that second half. They really turned it on, were able to score 3 touchdowns in that ball game, one in each facet of the game, one on offense, one special teams, one defense. So that was nice to see. And then going 8-man again last week, they improved in that area as well as they were able to put up a few touchdowns against Timberline.
Well, the St. Maries Lumberjacks have just brought all of their seniors out for senior night here. It's the last home game of the season for St. Maries. Orofino has gone into the locker room. So a perfect opportunity for CJ and I to take a break. Schedules and scores. We'll talk more about the postseason and what's in store for that, as well as interviews from both head coaches Craig Teft and Jake Metke. Lots to come here on the pregame show. We're back after this.
Attention hunters and outdoor enthusiasts. Now's the time to get into Lewiston RV so you can start making memories with family and friends in the great outdoors. Lewiston RV is starting their fall closeout specials. All new 2022 models are now on sale to make room for the 2023 models that are arriving daily. Sales is open 7 days a week, so stop by the lot and save thousands off MSRP and take advantage of Lewiston RV's fall closeout specials. Lewiston RV, your 100% locally owned RV dealership on Hatway Road or online at lewistonrv.com.
Today, our dollar needs to stretch a little further than previous. That's why at Watson's Grocery Orofino, we invite our senior citizens to shop Thursdays. Every Thursday, receive a 10% discount on all your shopping. Senior Discount Day is Watson's Grocery Orofino's way of helping our communities in times of flush or thin. Thank you for choosing Watson's Grocery Orofino for all your shopping needs. Open 7 days a week and a 10% discount on Thursdays for seniors on Michigan Avenue, Watson's Grocery Orofino.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
If you can count yourself as one of the hundreds of folks across the Clearwater who wakes up in the morning with a stiff and aching back, your answer is Riverside Physical Therapy. While everyone is unique in their issues, the therapists at Riverside PT work hard to deliver the care you need to feel better after the very first visit. A satisfied patient is the simple goal of all the staff. Let us assess your healthcare needs and develop a recovery plan to fit you. Call for an appointment today, 476-7105, Riverside Physical Therapy, Highway 12 West, Orofino.
Welcome back. Time now for Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. If you're questioning the extent of an ache, pain, or injury, call or stop by Riverside Physical Therapy for a complimentary injury screen today. In high school football action in the region, as the regular season winds down, Lewiston has Coeur d'Alene in town. Lakeland travels to Moscow. The East Valley Knights are in Pullman to face the Greyhounds. In some White Pine League action, as the top dog at Kendrick is on the road against the Deary Mustangs. The Logos Knights travel to Prairie to face the Pirates. The Troy Trojans will host the Clearwater Valley Rams, and Kamei has a Potlatch in town. And Timberline travels to Lewis County to face the Eagles, and a playoff berth is on the line there. Whoever wins that ball game will host a state game, and if it is Timberline, it will be the first time in their history that they have hosted a state game. And Salmon River is at Garden Valley. Unfortunately, the Lady Maniac volleyball season has come to an end as they went 2-out at districts, losing in 3 games to Grangeville and 3 games to 2 to Kellogg, finishing the season at 7-12. On a 4-game win streak, the Idaho Vandal football team took care of the Montana Grizzlies last week, 30-23, and host the Portland State Vikings tomorrow. Tune in for pregame at 11 in the morning. Kickoff at noon. All the action with Chris King and Trent Cohen right here on AM13 at KLER. And that is schedules and scores. Brought to you by our good friends at Riverside Physical Therapy. Jeff and I return with our coverage of the Maniacs and St.Maries Lumberjacks after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the simple, free checking account from P1FCU. It gives you the flexibility to earn dividends, plus get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Insured by NCUA.
The Maniacs once again finished the season with a trip to St. Mary's. Kind enough to join us is Lumberjacks head man Craig Teft. Thanks for being here with us, Coach.
Hey, thanks as always. Look forward to this every year.
So, Coach, the playoffs are just around the corner. Can you talk a bit about the season so far?
Yeah, it's been a wild year this year. Slow start, and then now we're kind of rolling, and so yeah, it's been good.
Excellent. I was looking at the projections today on idahosports.com. Looks as though you guys are projected to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was something that was a goal of ours this year, and fortunately we were able to get Grangeville this year. They've always just kind of been a thorn in our side, and so yeah, we're set up to do that, and we'll see what kind of a run we can make, I guess.
Fantastic. On that same note, a couple of new additions to the Central Idaho League this year in Kellogg and Priest River. How do you think that's changed the dynamic?
From our perspective, I don't know that it's changed it that much, other than those are league games now. We've always traditionally have played those guys, and so I guess those games just mean more now. But yeah, it's kind of nice to have a league with more teams in it. It sure makes it nice, and I think that's part of the reason why we were able to get 2 berths from our district this year is we have 5 teams in it now.
Most definitely. So what style of play do the Lumberjacks bring to the gridiron this year?
Well, it took us a while to figure out who we were and what our identity was. COVID just set us back so bad, but we like to try and run the football as much as we can and try and set up our play-action pass game off of that, but yeah, we're definitely a ground and pound team is what we try and be.
And who are the players leading the way for the Jacks?
Trey Gibson is one of them, and then Damian Banderop is the other one. Those are kind of our two main workhorses on the ground, and then we'll also sprinkle in a couple of other running backs, Ethan Kohler and Logan Darnold.
Very good. And last but not least, what do you know about the Maniacs, and what do you think you'll have to do to come away with a victory tonight?
Well, I think, regardless of both schools' records, it's always just a tough fight. Whenever we play Grangeville and Orofino, it's just always tough, close, competitive games, and so we're looking forward to the challenge tonight. And one variable that could certainly change things is the weather. Looks like it could be wet and sloppy and slick, and so you get those kind of conditions, and you just never know what can happen.
Weather's always interesting these end-of-the-year games.
Yes.
Well, looking forward to another fun one, and again, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to speak with us, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
St. Mary's head man Craig Teft, everyone. It's time for a break, but keep it right here. We'll hear from Maniac head coach Jake Metke when we return to the pregame show after this.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
By now you've heard of Orofino's finest lunch buffet. All-you-can-eat Pizza Factory buffet, filled with pizza, breadsticks, fresh green salad makings, and fruits. But did you know with the purchase of 9 lunch buffets, you'll get the 10th free? Ask for your 10-punch card with your next visit to the Pizza Factory and begin saving today. Free lunch from the Pizza Factory.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Autumn is upon us and is the perfect time for fall savings at your Highway 12 Orofino Best Built Builder Supply. Hi, this is Ian, and for the entire month of October, you'll save throughout the store on items like the Black & Decker 20-volt max cordless blower for $109. And there's always the 24-inch steel leaf rake with 50-inch handle for $17.97. If you need it, we have it at Best Built Builder Supply.
October is National Physical Therapy Month. Call Orofino Physical Therapy to learn how we can help you before and after surgery. Healthcare professionals are recommending more patients turn to physical therapy before an operation to prepare for surgery, so the recovery process is easier and faster. Although prehab will not eliminate the post-operative recovery, it will shorten the process and help you prepare for what's to come. Call Orofino Physical Therapy today to schedule your same-day or next-day appointment.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the simple, free checking account from P1FCU. It gives you the flexibility to earn dividends, plus get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Insured by NCUA.
We're back again with the Maniac pregame show, and visiting with us now is head football coach of the Orofino Maniacs, Jake Metke. Coach, thanks for taking the time out to visit with us once again. Here it is, the long trip to St. Maries, the very last game. You kind of dread this trip because it's such a long drive, right?
Yeah, it's a long ways to go, but we like to play St. Maries. You know, it's one of those teams that it's kind of like a little bit of a rivalry for us. And so we look forward to playing them. But, yeah, you're right. It's a long trip up there to St. Maries.
Well, before we talk about St. Maries, let's just briefly talk about this last Friday. You took a JV squad, mixed it up with some of the other kids to Timberline. Your grading of that game and how your players performed at Timberline?
I'd probably give him a C. You know, I thought we did some good things. We got some offense rolling a little bit, and then just, you know, made some mistakes that really hurt us, some coverage mistakes. And then, you know, there's some penalties that really kind of shot us in the foot, some extracurricular type things that we really got to get those things taken care of.
That's one of the things I had noticed in the Priest River game and the week prior to that, Grangeville, the penalties. They really just hurt you in inopportune times.
Yeah, they really do. And some of that stuff is going to happen, but there's a lot of those that, you know, we can prevent with, you know, a little bit of discipline and mental toughness. And so that's actually been one of the things I've been working with the kids on this week, is learning how to eliminate those things and how to deal with some of those circumstances during the game.
Well, St. Mary's kind of in the middle of the road in the league, and they're kind of up and down, just the same as Orofino has been. What do you know about this Lumberjack squad?
You know, they're pretty disciplined. Watching them on film, you know, everybody's got a job, and they do a pretty good job of executing that. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They're just nice and steady and move the ball down the field. So we kind of have to match that with ourselves and us doing our jobs and us not making mistakes. And if we do that, I think it's going to be a good game.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your offensive scheme for this week. Any changes from what we've seen in the past?
Yeah, we put in a couple of new things to kind of counteract what I think they're going to throw at us. And then we even threw a couple of things in that are just for fun. So you'll have to be on the lookout for those. I'm not going to tell you what those are yet, but yeah, we call one it's Ace Right Tutty. Ace Right Tutty is the name of the play. So the kids are kind of excited to maybe throw that out there and see what happens.
Is this like Omaha?
Kind of. I don't want to give it away, but just be ready for anything.
All right, Coach. So this looks to be the last game of the season. Talk about your thoughts on the season and what you hope to accomplish going into next year.
Well, you know, when we came in, we only had 2 or 3 returning starters from last year, and so we had to go out and kind of find kids to fill spots. And so a lot of those seniors that just stepped up and come out to play so we could kind of keep the program going. You know, I really appreciate those guys for what they did. And then, you know, the guys that are coming back, we're really going to focus on some out-of-season weight training, some out-of-season lifting, and then hopefully this summer we can get in a camp and then do some stuff, just working on timing and learning the offense and learning the defense a little bit better.
Drew Hanna, your junior quarterback, never played quarterback before.
Yeah, he stepped up, and you know, he's in a tough position. and he's done a good job of really just staying with it and working hard and working to get better. And he's a great receiver, and so he had to sacrifice himself a little bit, his receiving, to come in and play quarterback because we needed a guy.
All right, well, best of luck to you, the kids, and your assistants tonight as you take on the St. Maries Lumberjacks.
All right, thanks.
All right, that's head coach Jake Mecke. We're back with more pregame and the kickoff to tonight's CIL encounter after this.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Watson's Grocery Orofino, we wish to thank the community for trusting us for your family's grocery shopping needs. We do everything possible to bring you the lowest prices, quality foods, and smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Your hometown marketplace, Watson's Grocery Orofino, is where we believe in community, donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Hometown values, that's our personal connection with you at Watson's Grocery Orofino. Open daily when you need us the most. Watson's Grocery Orofino.
It's game time on AM 13 KLER. This is Orofino High Maniacs football, presented by
Watson's Grocery Orofino, Kimberling Insurance Agency, Orofino Physical Therapy, Family Eye Care, The Pizza Factory, Les Schwab Tire and Alignment Center, Best Built Builder Supply, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial, and P1FCU. And now to the field we go for today's kickoff.
Back once again as the Orofino Maniacs have been introduced to the visiting St. Maries Lumberjacks here from St. Maries, Idaho, and they are going to forgo the starting lineup for the Jacks, and they're going to have the captains come out. Senior captains for Orofino, all the seniors, and that includes Darian Cannon, Corey Godwin, Seeger Pettengill, Alex Powers, Luke McAdow, along with John Defoe, Ian Powell, and Tucker Malloy. And then now for the Jacks, we have you have their four captains there, CJ?
We got Wesley Banneroff, along with Dylan Holder, and
something Craig Teft forgot to get to you anyway, the captains.
Damian Banneroff, and one more.
Well, we now have the toss of the coin, and so I would imagine should the St. Maries Lumberjacks win this toss, CJ, they want to show their offense right away. They're going to want to get it out there on the field right away. So if the Maniacs, when the Maniacs come out on defense, their DNs are Alex Powers and Corey Godwin tonight. The D tackle or nose guard is Evan Simpson. John Defoe will be the other tackle. Linebackers Nolan Williams, Luke McAdow, and John Wicks. Corners are Tucker Malloy and Darian Cannon. And then Drew Hannon is the free safety. What about the offense for the St. Maries Lumberjacks?
All right, so the senior snapper, 5'11", 255, found that Jordan Korn. To his left will be Riley.
Thanks to all you fans from both schools for coming out tonight. This would have been a good
6'3", 255-pound Eagle and Carson Thornhouse. And they're going to be running two tight end sets. Damian Vanderhoff along with Tristan Hill at tight end. Dylan Holder, the senior quarterback. The one right receiver is a 6'5", 205-pound senior Tyler Renner, and then Trey Gibson and a Wesley Vanderhoff, couple of running backs.
Well, the Jacks did win the toss, and they did elect to receive this football. And so, CJ, let's go ahead and take a look at the kicking unit for the Orofino Maniacs. It has changed quite a bit, but last time we saw a kicker out there, I think it was Williams.
And
let's see who is going to actually tee the ball up for Orofino.
Looks as though it'll be Alex Powers to kick it away.
And we will see Eddie Harrison come in and out. He did some kicking there for a little bit as well. And so, but it'll be Powers, who started the season out as the kicker, I think, CJ.
Yeah, I believe he did. And back deep to receive will be Jared Badgett along with Trey Gibson. Gibson here to the near side, Badgett to the far side. St. Mary's Lumberjacks, already the number 2 seed out of District 1-2. Have that locked up, and they will be advancing to the playoffs. Orofino, of course, mathematically eliminated, but looking to finish the season off on a high note. And Powers.
We've got a good wind here, CJ, and so...
And Powers looking for an onside kick, and he tried to do it backwards. I think he was trying to fake.
I don't know what that was.
He was measuring his steps, and he took the backwards kick, and he whiffed it. And so that's going to be a penalty, and it's going to back. No, that's where the Lumberjacks are going to have it, isn't it?
Well, I don't understand that at all.
I haven't seen anything like that before, but if so, the Lumberjacks have it on the Orofino 40. Excellent starting field position for senior quarterback Dylan Holder and this Lumberjacks squad. And the Lumberjacks, self-proclaimed ground and pound team, they start 2 junior running backs, and they rotate 4 through. They come out in a 2 tight end bunch set, Holder up under center. And they toss back to me, running back pass. Trey Swicks has a man. Badgett behind the defense, catches up to 20. He's into the end zone for a 40-yard touchdown. As the Lumberjacks strike on the first play, a little bit of trickery, and it is a Trey Swicks over the top to Jared Badgett. Badgett not even listed as a starter on the offensive side of the ball. But just like that, Lumberjacks go up 6-0. It'll be Grayson Sands to kick the extra point. Trey Swicks to hold. Snap is away, high snap, but he's able to get it down, and the kick is blocked. It is no good. But St. Mary's Lumberjacks, an early score on the board, the first play from the scrimmage. They lead it 6-0. Jeff and I take a break. We're back after this.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that boxes by the curb make you a target for thieves? Or that dog bites account for 1/3 of all home liability claims? What if you didn't know that 1 in 7 drivers is uninsured? And that grease fires have to be smothered. The more you know, the better you can plan. Get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberling, your local farmers insurance agent.
If you can count yourself as one of the hundreds of folks across the Clearwater who wakes up in the morning with a stiff and aching back, your answer is Riverside Physical Therapy. While everyone is unique in their issues, the therapists at Riverside PT work hard to deliver the care you need to feel better after the very first visit. A satisfied patient is the simple goal of all the staff. Let us assess your healthcare needs and develop a recovery plan to fit you. Call for an appointment today, 476-7105, Riverside Physical Therapy, Highway 12 West, Orofino.
And it is a short kick up the left side, bounces off of Corey Godwin and goes out of bounds. And I think the Maniacs getting lucky here in their possession. And we'll have good starting field position as they'll start at their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10 for Orofino.
Well, that was a big break for Orofino because as Godwin came up underneath the ball, CJ, it went off his shoulder pads and it looked as though the Jacks got on top of it, but it did go out of bounds.
Come out in the I formation. Williams is at the deep back. And it's a fumbled snap. Hannah just has to fall on it. And it looks as though he was able to get on it, but it's going to be a big loss. Vanderop able to get in there for St. Mary's. And that's going to be a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 coming up.
Yeah, unfortunately, once again, the problems between the exchange between center and quarterback.
That has been an issue for the Maniacs all year long. They seem to have worked it out last week against Timberline, but here on the first play. From the gun now, back to pass is Hannah. He's got a man in the flat, finds Cannon. Cannon has up to the line of scrimmage and no more as he is ripped down. He is actually able to pick up a yard, it looks like, to the 46-yard line before Wesley Vanderop jumps up and makes the tackle. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
Just a bit of a wounded duck thrown by Drew, CJ, but you got to give credit to Cannon to make his way forward to get positive yards on the catch and run.
And Cannon is one of those guys that Coach Metke is going to want to get the ball in his hands. He's a playmaker. He'll come in at quarterback now, running from the gun. He's going to want to run with it, takes it up the middle, runs into the back of a defender, and he is getting tackled. Not a whole lot of room there, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 10, just over 10, as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tristan Hill, the senior nose guard, there to make the play for St. Mary's.
It looks as though St. Mary's will drop 2 safeties back. Orofino has not punted a lot this year, but they will drop into a punting formation, as it'll be, is that Alex? Is that Powers about ready to punt?
No, I believe that's Corey Godwin there. Godwin to punt it away, and back deep to receive are Jared Badgett and Trey Gibson. No, that is Alex Powers. Gets away a decent kick. It'll land about 25. Go out of... Oh, it's picked up on the sideline by Jared Badgett. He'll return it up the sideline to the 20 where he's pushed out of bounds. I thought that one out of bounds on the far side. Must have just
stayed in bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Excuse me.
And it'll be at about the 21, it looks like.
So a good 12-yard return anyway on the punt return.
Just over the 20-yard line.
That is where St. Mary's will get it back. St. Mary's coming out striking early as they scored on their first play from scrimmage. Orofino going to need to slow them down. They come out in a bunch formation. Once again, Holder is up under center. Holder will hand it off, and he'll take it up the right side. He's to about the 25-yard line.
Gibson on the...
And that is Trey Gibson on the run. Evan Simpson with the tackle for the Maniacs. So a gain of 5 on first down up to the 25-yard line. St. Mary's running out of the 2 tight end sets. They're real bunched in there. It's kind of tough to see where everybody
lined up at, yeah.
As Holder works up under center, he's got it back directly behind him. They'll give it to the man out of the slot, and he's up to about the 29-yard line. I believe that Tyler Renner on the carry.
Vanderhout carries for the tackle.
Darian Cannon in on the tackle, PJ. And, of course, he's back there playing in that cornerback position. But he sneaks up and limits the run to about 5 yards.
That'll bring up 3rd and 1. They need the 34 first down. They're at the 29. Vanderhout lines up directly behind Dylan Holder. It's a quarterback sneak. The pile pushing forward. They got a huge push all the way out to about the 40-yard line. Still going to the 44. That's a huge gain on the quarterback sneak of about 14, 15 yards before Eddie Harrison finally able to put a stop to the pile.
Eddie Harrison was listed as questionable earlier this week, CJ, and he has come in about every other play, and so he's got an opportunity to help his club out here.
Now 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line for St. Mary's. Dylan Holder once again works up under center. 2 tight end sets, 1 wide, back to passes Holder, rolling out right, sets his feet, has a man, guys up for it, that's Trace Wicks, and that's going to be a first down connection out to the 40 into Maniacs territory. That is a gain of about 16 on the play.
Well, we're going to have a difficult time finding numbers here, CJ. We got to black out the room so we can see the field, but then, of course, our room is so dark we can't see numbers.
Let's see if maybe I can fix that for us.
Look at that. And there is light.
And now 1st and 10 from the Orofino 40. Bunch formation once again. Holder up under center. Vanderhoff behind him. And it is a carry on the left side. Runs into defenders. A hard carry there by Wesley Vanderhoff. About a yard. Eddie Harrison once again with the tackle.
Tackle for Orofino, gain of 1. It's 2nd and 9 now.
Harrison not playing it, though. He is hurt. But he definitely is a bit hampered. Vanderhoff once again set up behind Holder, and they'll give it on as the Jets sleep, waiting for a block to develop. It never does. Gibson is taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1 back to the 40-yard line. Drew Hanna comes up from his free safety spot to make the tackle. And looks as though he did actually get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third and 9.
Well, look at those, CJ. 2 running plays, only netting 1 yard, and so the Maniac defense stiffening here on this last drive here by St. Mary's.
3rd and 9 coming up from the 39-yard line. They need the 34 first down. Holder directing traffic. They fake the jet sweep, set back to pass, has a man up the seam, and it is off his hand, falls incomplete. Drew Hanna there defensively for Orofino. And he actually had another receiver to the right that didn't have a defender with him, but he was looking for Tyler Renner, the 6'5", 205-pound senior.
And it looks like the green and gold of St. Mary's will go for it here, CJ, on 4th and 9. The ball is going to be snapped from just inside the 40.
Coach Dassey's got a lot of confidence in his defense to be able to come up with a stop if his offense can't convert. Holder, play action, back to pass. Has a man down the middle. It's overthrown. Falls incomplete. Looking for Renner once again, but a flag down. And that's going to be PI.
You know, that flag, CJ, I watched the side judge. He did not throw a flag. That flag came from all the way behind the line of scrimmage. So that's an automatic first down. It's a penalty for a first down, their 3rd first down for the Lumberjacks. And that's going to move the ball all the way inside the 35-yard line to about the 34.
The green and gold march forward. And it looks as though it's going to be at the 25. 1st and 10 to the 25-yard line. Dylan Holder surveys the defense, and he'll give it on the jet sweep, and falling forward for a couple up to about the 21-yard line. That is Ethan Kohler. And Nolan Williams with the tackle for him.
St. Mary's leads this ball game 6-0, and this on their 2nd drive now, already inside the red zone.
That clock just ticking away as both teams have largely kept it on the ground. Already down to 4:45 left here in the first quarter. 2nd and 6. Holder will give it once again on the jet sweep, and the big boy a rumbling forward. He's got a few out to about the 15-yard line, gain of 6 on the play. That's up near the 6. Gary Cannon with the tackle. And
3 and 5. It's 3-1 now for St. Mary's.
On the carry, it looked as though it was 82. That can't be right. It must have been Damian Vanderhoff there on the carry, giving it to the tight end. Once again, a bunch formation, 3rd and 1, and the play is blown dead as they were giving it to the back out of the slot, Trey Gibson, and it is offsides against Orofino.
Offsides on Orofino. 5-yard penalty, and that was very good.
That's the first penalty against the Maniacs tonight.
And that 5 yards will give the Lumberjacks a first down. 1st and 10, now from the 15. Holder working up under center. Play action, back to pass. Throws across the middle. It's hauled in. Trey Gibson inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line. And that's going to put it at first and goal from the 5.
From the 5. Actually have the ball at the 3-yard line, CJ.
They still have it as second down on the clock. And now it's going to be a quarterback sneak pushing forward, but we do have a flag down that blows the play dead. Is it going to be another offside against Orofino? It is. And that will be half the distance.
Offside
the goal.
Orofino is the call. It's going to be half the distance to the goal.
And it'll be first and goal from about the 2.5-yard line. As St. Mary's driving the ball right down the field once again. Vanderhoff and Gibson in the backfield. As it is a toss to Gibson. He tries to get the edge, and getting good penetration, Nolan Williams is able to get in there and make the tackle for a loss.
Williams on the tackle.
Back to about the 2-yard line. Loss of about one on the play.
That's about a 2-yard loss for the Lumberjacks. Good defense by the Maniacs.
Now it's third and goal, CJ, as, again, the more time that you spend with that ball in the backfield, Nolan Williams, who's one of those linebackers, has an opportunity to look to see what goes on, has another tackle for loss.
Should be second and goal here, but a quarterback sneak pushes forward, and he's got a great push into the end zone. To be right just short on the goal line. As Orofino able to come up with another stand here. And it's going to be inside the 1-yard line. Luke back it out. Able to come up with a stop, fourth and goal coming up. And, of course, they will go for it on fourth and goal. Look for another quarterback sneak here. They've got a good push on the play before. No, they give it to Vanderhoff, the tight end, and he basically untouched from a yard out. That is a Damian Vanderhoff. And both of those tight ends going to see plenty of carries on the night. Tristan Hill and Damian Vanderhoff picks up a touchdown there. St. Mary's goes up 2 scores.
Sands will attempt the extra point for the Jacks.
Grayson Sands to kick the point after. Wicks to hold. It's a low snap. The hold is good, and it's got plenty of distance through the upright. Good. 13-0. Following the score. Minute 30 to go in the first. Jeff and I take a break. We're back after this.
30 left in the first quarter.
We toss them. They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
It's back, fresher and hotter. The Pizza Factory reintroduces the all-you-can-eat buffet. Lunchtime in Orofino means all-you-can-eat pizza, breadsticks, sauce, and a delicious salad bar, packed with fresh greens, fruits, proteins, and dressings. The Pizza Factory all-you-can-eat buffet is Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Make the all-you-can-eat buffet your next lunchtime stop.
We toss them. They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he wasn't just the man of the house, he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. And we covered it. UFH2O. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, this is Greg Kimberling. We invite you to see us at our new location at 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston.
Kimberling Insurance Company and the Pizza Factory, 2 of our fine sponsors, bringing you Orofino Maniac football. I'm Jeff Jones, and if I grew up, I'd want to be just like this guy, CJ Thompson.
It is Grayson Sands to kick it away. He puts his boot into it, and Nolan Williams, the dangerous returner, will have a chance to return, makes a couple of men miss. Nice move there. He's out to about the 25-yard line before he is taken down, call it the 24.
Wicks on a tackle for St. Mary's.
And a minute 22 to go here in the first quarter. Orofino will take over first and 10 from the 24-yard line.
So the Lumberjacks have scored on both their possessions, CJ, converting a 4th and 9. in order to come up with 6 points on that last possession. They just continue to move the ball both on the ground and through the air.
Hannah will come out in the I formation. Williams is the deep back. He's got a receiver on each side. And it'll be a fullback dive straight up the middle. A good push. He's out to the 30-yard line. And that is Seeger Pettingill on the carry. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 on first down. We'll call it 5. And second and 5 coming up. Wesley Vanderhoff coming up from his linebacker spot to make the play. Orofino a little success on the ground here on first down. Down under a minute to go in the first quarter. They'll spread it out as Hannah works from the gun 3 wide. He does have a back in the backfield with him. Hannah back to pass, looking left, looking for a wheel route, tosses it up, and Corey Godwin, a little bit of a hesitation there. If he continued, instead of holding up, he might have dropped right under that, but it falls incomplete. And in on the pass defense is Tyler Renner, the 6'5", 205-pound senior.
Yeah, he just gets a little finger on that ball, keeping it away from a nice catch.
Third down and a long 5 for Orofino.
Third down and 5 coming up from the 30-yard line. They need the 35 for first down. Darian Cannon with Seeger Pettingill in the backfield with him. Cannon from the gun. 3 wide and a quick out to Hannah on the left side. And right there to hit him immediately is Brock Anderson. And it falls incomplete, but it was a backwards pass and it's a fumble. And St. Mary's is on it.
Renner recovers it.
And it is Tyler Renner that was on it. So St. Mary's.
The backwards pass.
Excellent starting field position once again as they're deep in Orofino territory.
And Lumberjacks at Orofino 23.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate because looking for his receiver a good 5 yards behind that ball was snapped, CJ, and it was just a pass that was short and off to the left.
Could have been a little bit of trickery there. Might have been looking to throw off of that, but Holder now first and 10, and the give once again is to Vanderhoff. Vanderhoff rumbles forward inside the 20-yard line.
Vanderhoff.
And a nice carry on first down. About 7 yards, down to about 12 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Down on the tackle, it's going to be
second and 3 coming up.
That's the end of the period, CJ.
And they're going to let this clock run down. That's the end of the period. 13-0 St. Mary's. Jeff and I take a break. We're back with second quarter action after this.
It's National Physical Therapy Month. At Orofino Physical Therapy, we want to help make it easier for you and your friends to get better. You can win a $25 gift card to the business of your choice for every person you refer to Orofino Physical Therapy, or a $50 gift card for the patient who refers the most new patients and assessments. The new patient must let staff know of the referral to Orofino Physical Therapy, and contest ends November 10th. Have your friends call today to schedule Orofino Physical Therapy.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the simple, free checking account from P1FCU. It gives you the flexibility to earn dividends, plus get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Insured by NCUA.
Welcome back once again, helping to sponsor our broadcast of Maniac Football, Watson's Grocery Orofino, and Kimberling Insurance here on KLER Orofino.
Well, we're going to switch ends of the field now with St. Mary's leading Orofino 13-0. St. Mary's will now attack the end zone to the west or to the left, as CJ and I look at it from St. Mary's High School. St. Mary's already up to the line of scrimmage, and the Maniacs hustling over from their bench. Again, that bunch formation comes out for St. Mary's as Holder will take the snap from under center and rolls right with the ball. He's going to keep it and breaks into the secondary. He'll be brought down at the 10-yard line across the way. That's another first down for the Lumberjacks, CJ. They already have 5, I believe. That's Harrison. and it's great to have him back in. How many first downs does St. Mary's have in this ball game here so far?
Now there's 6.
So they're going to go first and goal as they drop the sticks across the way. The ball is spotted right at the 10, right side hash mark. St. Mary's breaks from their huddle and comes up to the line of scrimmage. They'll set one receiver to the left, slot left, with Holder, the senior quarterback, surveying the defense. He'll settle under his center. Has one back set behind him. Short drop, looks left, throws left, receiver there, and it is incomplete as Darian Cannon in on the coverage, and that was Vanderrob. He was trying to target in the end zone. And the pass was just a little short, CJ. The defender didn't even have to turn around. I'm not sure Vanderrob knew exactly where that ball was at. He couldn't see over it, the tall Darian Cannon.
Yeah, Cannon's such a good athlete. He had good position out there on an island all by himself, man coverage. And that's what the cornerbacks are going to have to do all night long against this excellent running game.
Second and goal from the 10. Taking the snap, toss sweep, coming here to the near side, and unable to get back to the line of scrimmage was Gibson, and he is stopped by Cannon. Once again, Cannon right there. There is a loss on the play. About a half yard. Third and goal now for the green and gold St. Mary's Lumberjacks on top of the Maniacs, 13-0. We are in second quarter action. 10 minutes and 44 seconds here left in the period. Near side hash mark, St. Mary's comes up to the line of scrimmage. Holder from under center takes the snap. He'll keep it running here to the left side, runs into Cannon as well as Hannah, and it looks as though Godwin in there as well on a short pickup of about 4 yards. It'll bring up fourth and goal from the 6 or 7 yard line.
This bruising running game, it's got to be tough for the Orofino defense. A lot of confusion in these bunch sets, and looks as though that got in for a touchdown.
Now we have a field goal attempt coming on. This is Sands, who will kick a 30-yard attempt. Here's the kick. It's on the way, and it is no good, wide right. Our score remains 13-0. CJ and I take a break. We're coming back right after this.
October means fall savings when you shop your Best Built Builder Supply. Keep your home safe with the First Alert smoke and carbon monoxide alarm, nearly 50% off and now $29.99. Put out small fires with the First Alert household fire extinguisher for $16.99. These special of the month items and more savings can be found 7 days a week at Best Built Builder Supply.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. At Clearwater Valley Health, we want to remind you that early detection can save your life. 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop invasive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime. But there is hope. For those cases that are detected early, there's a 98% survival rate. Schedule your screening today. Call Clearwater Valley Health. Together we're strong. Together we fight. Together we beat breast cancer. Call Clearwater Valley Health to schedule your screening today.
And we're back to action, and just like that, Drew Hanna takes a long snap and runs it up the left sidelines for the first Maniac first down of the evening, as he is able to pick up 40 yards on the carry. First down, Orofino operating from their own side of the field, left side hash mark, 47-yard line. Drew Hanna once again working from the gun. He has Harrison next to him, slot right, and keeping the ball and looking for running room. No, excuse me, that is Cannon on the direct snap, Gibson on the tackle, and no gain to be made there. As a matter of fact, they're going to pin him for a loss of about a yard. Second down and 11. Again, CJ, they kind of go back to that wildcat look.
And they can get pretty one-dimensional when they do go wildcat.
Two receivers here to the near side. Drew Hanna calls for the ball, drops straight back, looks for the screen, tosses it here to the near side. It's well defended as Tucker Malloy is hit hard right at the line of scrimmage by Trey Gibson, the junior linebacker, and pummels him.
And that is actually Seeger Pettingill wearing 86 now in this ball game. Tucker Malloy, unfortunately, injured for the rest of the season.
You're right on that, and of course, and so that was
Ball on your field 44.
Now 3rd down and 13 coming up.
So with 2 receivers now set to the right, Drew Hanna, once again, it's a direct snap to Cannon. He's bowled his way forward for a first down. As he crosses the 50, he finds his way down to the 44-yard line. Trey Gibson and Jared Badgett on the tackle, but there is a penalty. It's a hold that will be assessed against the Maniacs, and so instead of a first down, it will back them up an additional 10 yards. Second penalty tonight, or third penalty actually, against the Orofino Maniacs, and it comes at an inopportune time. Instead of a first down and into Lumberjack territory, they find themselves now back to their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, just unfortunate for Orofino. That's something they've struggled with, penalties.
Timeout, Orofino. CJ and I take a break ourselves. We're coming back right after this.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the simple, free checking account from P1FCU. It gives you the flexibility to earn dividends, plus get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Insured by NCUA.
If you can count yourself as one of the hundreds of folks across the Clearwater who wakes up in the morning with a stiff and aching back, your answer is Riverside Physical Therapy. While everyone is unique in their issues, the therapists at Riverside PT work hard to deliver the care you need to feel better after the very first visit. A satisfied patient is the simple goal of all the staff. Let us assess your healthcare needs and develop a recovery plan to fit you. Call for an appointment today, 476-7105, Riverside Physical Therapy, Highway 12 West, Orofino.
Thanks for listening in to Orofino Football tonight, brought to you by Family Eye Care Clinic and Terry Bowling of Cameron Financial Services. And 3rd down and extremely long coming up here for Orofino, 3rd and 27.
Evan Simpson, the sophomore center, up over the ball as Drew Hanna will work from the gun once again. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left, and keeping the ball himself. That's Cannon. Cannon trying to get a hole up into the middle. He'll advance to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 10 yards, but not nearly enough as Trey Gibson meets him there after a 10-yard pickup, and Orofino will have to punt for their second consecutive time here this evening. The Wildcat looks pretty good for the Maniacs.
Yeah, Cannon does add some explosiveness as a ball carrier.
Powers will kick the ball away, and on the return, Badgett and Gibson are deep. Snap is back. Here's the kick. It's a high, short kick, and it'll take a Maniac bounce, fielded at the 25-yard line, near side 30, 35, 40, and brought down at the 43-yard line is Gibson by Corey Godwin.
Godwin on the tackle for Orofino.
So the Lumberjacks will take it over 1st and 10, leading this ball game 13-0. We are in the second quarter of action with 6:42 on the clock. CJ, actually, that last drive for the Maniacs didn't look bad. They hurt themselves once again with penalties, and that's something that you heard from the coach in the pregame show that they worked on this week. They wanted to eliminate those penalties, but the holding penalty negated a big first down drive. Holder and company for the Jacks. They run from right to left. Toss goes from right to left to Renner. Renner, he's got running room across the 45. He'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A pickup of about 5, maybe 6 yards on the carry. And stopping over there on the right side is Darian Cannon.
Yeah, this ground game just really working for St. Mary's, picking up yards in chunks long that sustained the drive.
And again, the running play continues to wind the clock down. 6:05 here in the second quarter of play. Once again, the Lumberjacks, they come up to the line of scrimmage, and they are all bunched up. Holder, again, takes the snap. He'll toss again to the right side, and coming across the 40, the 35, the 30, down the sidelines. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vanderrob. That is a 50-yard touchdown toss from Dylan Holder, handing off to Vanderrob on a toss sweep. And he just found running room down the sideline, CJ, and St. Mary's goes up 19-0. What a run by the senior tight end. Again, like you said, he's just a big guy rumbling down, 6 foot, 180 pounds, and he's got a lot of speed. Point after now as Sands gets ready to kick this one. Snap is back. Here's the kick. It's on the way. It flips the uprights. It is good. St. Mary's leads it 20-0 over Orofino. CJ and I return after this.
October is National Physical Therapy Month. Call Orofino Physical Therapy to learn how we can help you before and after surgery. Healthcare professionals are recommending more patients turn to physical therapy before an operation to prepare for surgery, so the recovery process is easier and faster. Although prehab will not eliminate the post-operative recovery, it will shorten the process and help you prepare for what's to come. Call Orofino Physical Therapy today to schedule your same-day or next-day appointment.
Autumn is upon us and is the perfect time for fall savings at your Highway 12 Orofino Best Built Builder Supply. Hi, this is Ian, and for the entire month of October, you'll save throughout the store on items like the Black & Decker 20-volt max cordless blower for $109. And there's always the 24-inch steel leaf rake with 50-inch handle for $17.97. If you need it, we have it at Best Built Builder Supply.
You're listening to the Maniacs on KLER Orofino, brought to you tonight by Riverside Physical Therapy and the Pizza Factory. 20-0 St. Mary's, Jeff.
All right, so Declan Crockett and Nolan Williams are deep for the Maniacs. Onside kick attempt, and it is taken right out of the air by the Lumberjacks. There is a flag thrown, as I don't believe they'll allow the Who came up with that? It was just up in the air.
It was Trey Flicks that came up with it.
There was a Maniac ready to catch this ball right underneath it, and a Lumberjack made contact with him, shoving him, and then coming up with the... Did it travel the 10 yards, CJ? I don't think it did.
He caught it at about the 47, I thought. But
well, that's where they're standing. So, yeah, that would be the 10 yards, but they are talking it over with Coach Metke right now.
And we did have interference.
Yeah, interference against the Lumberjacks, and so Orofino will have the ball.
The Orofino player called for a fair catch.
Oh, he called for a fair catch.
That's it. The Maniacs will have the ball after a fair catch, which he was interfered with making that catch, and so the Lumberjacks, that's a 15-yard penalty.
Catch interference.
So Orofino will have the ball at the Lumberjacks' 38-yard line. Once again, Hannah takes the snap. No, once again, that's Wagner. He looks to jostle to the left, and nothing much there.
Should be Cannon.
Or Cannon, excuse me, Darian Cannon. No gain on the play. As a matter of fact, they'll say he lost about 2 yards as they bring the ball back just outside the 40 to about the 41.
Tristan Hill able to make the tackle for St. Mary's.
And it looks as though Darian Cannon, once again, will take a direct snap. He tries running the right side. Nothing there, CJ, as he is swallowed up by a sea of green and gold led by Wesley Vanderrob.
And on the carry for Orofino.
It will be a positive pickup, but it's going to bring up third down and about 12.
Third and 14.
They had some playmaking ability when they have Cannon there in the backfield. The Bucks, they are a tad bit one-dimensional. Once the Lumberjack defense keys in on that, it's tough to find space.
Well, Cannon lines up as a receiver to the left. Drew Hanna will operate from the gun. One back to his right. Receivers left and right. And they'll end around. They're going to now hand off left side, and getting brought down is Godwin in the backfield. No gain on the play as KLER stays home on the right-hand side. He's a linebacker, and he brought Godwin down after a loss on the play. It is now 4th down and 17 for Orofino. Just not the way that you thought that this was going to work. John Wicks will come in, and Nolan Williams out for the Maniacs. And it looks as though Orofino will go for it here, CJ, on 4th down and long. The first down marker is up at about the 28-yard line. Drew Hanna falls to the ball, drops back, keeps one to the right side. It's underthrown, but it is incomplete. There is a flag thrown, however, and we're going to have to wait and see if this is going to be offensive or defensive pass interference.
Yeah, that just was a wounded duck thrown up there.
Actually, that's not a flag. That's a gold shoe. That is a shoe that came off of one of the Maniacs, and it looked like a flag. So Orofino will turn the ball over on downs.
1st and 10 Lumberjacks.
So the Lumberjacks get the ball after the Maniacs turn it over. St. Mary's from their own 45-yard line. They lead it 20-0 with 3:22 here in the second quarter of play. Dropping back to pass, Holder goes right side, incomplete, over in front of the St. Mary's bench at the 46-yard line. The intended receiver, Vanderrob, on the coverage for Orofino.
Peter Pettingill,
86. Again, CJ, we've had a lot of injuries, and Pettingill now wearing 86. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. With the wind blowing in their face, Holder will operate from under center, one back behind him, and he'll hand off end around. That's Vanderrob once again. He'll go over the left side of the line for a positive pickup of about 4, maybe 5 yards. And it's Alex Powers defensively for the Maniacs. 3rd down and a manageable 5 here for the Lumberjacks as they spot the ball right at the 50-yard line. Defensive signs being sent in from the sidelines now for Orofino on this, the Lumberjacks' 3rd and 5 try. Holder barks out the signals. He'll toss to the Gibson. Gibson tries the right side. He's brought down at the original line of scrimmage by Corey Godwin, so a loss of 5 on a play. And so Orofino looks as though they are going to drop back in punt coverage protection, as it'll be
Nolan Williams.
Nolan Williams, I'm looking at the launch side of the board, and Stans, who will punt this ball away.
Williams always dangerous in the return game.
4th down and 9 for St. Mary's, and Stans will stand inside his 35. High snap, it's over his head. The Maniacs are chasing after it with Stans. Now he'll pick it up, and he'll get a short kick away, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Orofino will have fantastic field position on this, a bad play for St. Mary's in their punting game.
Yeah, what a break for Orofino. We'll see if they can take advantage of it and put something together offensively, as they have struggled to this point.
20-0, St. Mary's leads it. Orofino with a good defensive stand as they force a 3-and-out on St. Mary's. After Orofino failed to convert a 4th and 20, I think is what it was. So the Maniacs will break out of their huddle. One receiver here to the right, one to the left. And it's Darian Cannon who will operate out of the shotgun. Rolls right. He's trying to run with it and breaks away from one tackler. Now is going to get stopped at the 35-yard line. One of the Jacks had actually stripped the ball out of Darian's hand, but the play had already been blown dead. So it is now 2nd down and 10, a minute and 30 on the clock as it continues to run on the running play. So it's a loss of 3 on the play, second down and 13. Receivers 3 to the right, 1 to the left. And it looks as though it is Cannon who will take the snap once again. Drops back, rolls right, throws, and the ball is caught, but immediately hit there is Seeger Pettengill. And so no gain on the play. 54 seconds, and there is a stoppage on the clock as Orofino has called timeout. We'll take a 30-second break ourselves. We are back right after this.
If you can count yourself as one of the hundreds of folks across the Clearwater who wakes up in the morning with a stiff and aching back, your answer is Riverside Physical Therapy. While everyone is unique in their issues, the therapists at Riverside PT work hard to deliver the care you need to feel better after the very first visit. A satisfied patient is the simple goal of all the staff. Let us assess your healthcare needs and develop a recovery plan to fit you. Call for an appointment today, 476-7105, Riverside Physical Therapy, Highway 12 West, Orofino.
And we are back once again as C.J. Thompson getting set to head down onto the field to visit with Jake Metke. And so after the timeout, Orofino comes up to the line of scrimmage. And once again, Darian Cannon will operate at quarterback, wants to run with it, tries to cut it back in, slips, now heads to the outside. He breaks away from 2 tacklers, and now is going to be brought down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. It won't be enough for a first down, but it'll be much more manageable with 45 seconds on the clock. Let's see where they spot the ball. No, they say he will have enough. They're going to place it at the 20-yard line, so it's first down for Orofino. Receiver split to the left is Pettingill. And snap direct to Cannon. Once again, Cannon goes to the left side. Then he bounces it out to the right. He'll get back to the 20-yard line. And timeout Orofino. Let's take a quick 30-second break. We will return right after this.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. At Clearwater Valley Health, we want to remind you that early detection can save your life. 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop invasive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime. But there is hope. For those cases that are detected early, there's a 98% survival rate. Schedule your screening today. Call Clearwater Valley Health. Together we're strong. Together we fight. Together we beat breast cancer. Call Clearwater Valley Health to schedule your screening today.
We are in a timeout. Thanks a lot for listening in as our broadcast brought to you by our friends at P1FCU and Best Built Builder Supply. Only 38 ticks on the clock here. Orofino has burned their last timeout here in this first half of play. They have second down and 10 from the Lumberjacks 20-yard line. Time enough for 2, maybe 3 plays if Orofino is able to work the ball to the outside and get out of bounds. So they break from their huddle and come up to the line of scrimmage. And once again, it's Darian Cannon who will operate at quarterback. He has Seeger Pettingill to his left. Throws to the left side. Ball is caught by Godwin. Godwin breaks into the secondary. He is in for the touchdown. From 20 yards out, Godwin scores it here with 31 seconds on the clock. And Orofino has a 20-yard touchdown catch from from Cannon to Godwin. Orofino will try for the 2-point conversion again out of their huddle. Split 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it'll be a keeper running straight up into the secondary is Cannon. Does he get in? He's close. No, they're going to say he stopped right at the goal line as Orofino's two-point conversion fails with 31 seconds. It is St. Mary's 20, Orofino 6. We'll return after this.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he wasn't just the man of the house, he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable... Oh, no. And we covered it. UFH2O. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, this is Greg Kimberling. We invite you to see us at our new location at 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston.
We toss them. They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
It's back, fresher and hotter. The Pizza Factory reintroduces the all-you-can-eat buffet. Lunchtime in Orofino means all-you-can-eat pizza, breadsticks, sauce, and a delicious salad bar, packed with fresh greens, fruits, proteins, and dressings. The Pizza Factory all-you-can-eat buffet is Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Make the all-you-can-eat buffet your next lunchtime stop.
We toss them. They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix it.
We are back here as the Maniacs score their first points in this contest. 20-6 now, St. Mary's leads Orofino. Godwin looks to kick this ball away. And here is the boot. Deep received at the 22-yard line. That's Renner going from left to right, looking for the sidelines. He's going to get tripped up at the 30-yard line, and that's where he'll be stopped with 24 seconds on the clock. 20-6, St. Mary's leads it here on senior night for the Lumberjacks. Orofino, with that 6 points, has got to feel pretty good with the halftime locker room waning only 24 ticks away. They know that they can actually run against this St. Mary's squad, and you can bet you they're going to see a little bit more of that in the half. And then, again, Darian Cannon going to the air for a 20-yard touchdown catch to Godwin. Up to the line of scrimmage, the green and gold, Dylan Holder, as he'll take a snap from under center. Drops back, looks left. There's a receiver here to the near side. Defended by Cannon. It's knocked away incomplete as the intended receiver was Jared Badgett. And the clock stops with 18 ticks. So they'll spot the ball once again at the Lumberjack 30-yard line. Bringing the play from the sidelines is Tristan Hill, as breaking from the huddle and up to the line of scrimmage once again are the Lumberjacks. They'll bunch their formation again. Holder from under center takes the snap. He'll toss an end around, and coming up with it is Vanderrob, but he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and it doesn't look as though anyone's going to try and stop this clock here. 5 seconds, and that is going to be halftime. St. Mary's Lumberjacks on this senior night lead the Orofino Maniacs 20-6. So we're going to take a look down on the field for C.J. Thompson.
It scored a great drive there at the end of the half to finish off with a score. How do we carry that momentum into the second half? I think we're going to just kind of do the same stuff. Some of those plays have been working well for us. A couple of those things are my fault. I got some big ideas that didn't quite pan out. But, we're just going to keep chipping away at it. It's pretty packed in there trying to defend those a bunch sets, a lot of confusion. How can we slow down their running game? Well, we just got to do our jobs. Everybody's got a job to do, and not everybody gets to make the tackle. We got to realize that, you have a job to do, and it's not necessarily making the play, but, opening things up for other guys to make plays. All right, well, I'll let you get to your guys. Good luck here in the second half. All right, thanks.
That's C.J. Thompson and Jake Metke, the Orofino Maniacs head coach. It is halftime. Our score, St. Mary's 20, Orofino 6. We'll come back to St. Mary's, Idaho, right after this.
This is the Maniacs Halftime Report on AM 13 KLER. Brought to you by
P1FCU, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial, Best Built Builder Supply, Les Schwab Tire and Alignment Centers, The Pizza Factory, Family Eye Care, Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance Agency, and Watson's Grocery Orofino. Our halftime show begins right after this.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
The morning paper arrives and you just can't extend your arms far enough to focus on the print. Does this seem like a typical day for you? Help is just an appointment away with Family Eye Care in Orofino and Kamei. Dr. Rick Lundgren is the Valley's trusted optometrist when it comes to your eyesight. Family Eye Care's highly trained staff will make sure your family has the finest in air care and eyewear. Call for an appointment and let Dr. Rick Lundgren perform a complete eye examination with the latest technology available. Single lens, bifocal, or progressive eyeglasses. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses, contact lenses, sunglasses, and designer frames. Family Eye Care on Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and on Highway 12 West in Kamei is your stop for name brand frames, optics, and people who really care about your eyesight. Family Eye Care, where most insurance coverage is accepted along with major credit cards. We put your family first at Family Eye Care.
And again, we're back here at St. Maries, Idaho. We're at halftime, and the Lumberjacks are enjoying a 20-6 advantage over the Orofino Maniacs. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the first half stats. Orofino with 1 first down that came on the ground, and then St. Maries with 6 first downs. Of those 6, 2 of those are via the penalty. And then they came up with 3 through the air and 1 on the ground. Orofino has been penalized 3 times for 16 yards. St. Mary's 1 time for 15. This is how the scoring went. The game started out a little awkward, as you might have heard Coach Metke say he had some ideas that didn't quite pan out. And while CJ is not going to press him on the kick, the onside kick attempt, if that's what it was, where Orofino just made contact with the ball to start the opening of this football game. The officials called it an onside kick attempt, and St. Mary's got the ball on a short field, and it was just 1 play later where, with 11 minutes and 49 seconds on the clock, Wicks found Badgett for a 40-yard touchdown. The PAT failed. It was 6-0 at that point. And then with 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock, Vanderrob on a 1-yard keeper. The PAT was good, making it 13-0. Then a little bit later, a missed field goal attempt by Grayson Sands kept the score at 13-0. And then with 5, that was the way that the first quarter ended. Then in the second quarter, with 5:42 on the clock, it was a 50-yard run by Vanderrob. The PAT was good, making it 20-0. And then Orofino got a little luck. They forced a 3-and-out. And it was Corey Godwin who came up with a nice 20-yard catch from Cannon. The 2-point conversion run failed. 20-6 is our score here at the half. We're going to catch up with C.J. Thompson and see if we can come up with any more news from down on the sidelines when we return after this.
We toss them, there are some Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than in the past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious pizza, baked spaghetti, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door. Or when you drive up to ours, 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, it's the Pizza Factory.
We toss them, there are some Pizza Factory.
Today, our dollar needs to stretch a little further than previous. That's why at Watson's Grocery Orofino, we invite our senior citizens to shop Thursdays. Every Thursday, receive a 10% discount on all your shopping. Senior Discount Day is Watson's Grocery Orofino's way of helping our communities in times of flush or thin. Thank you for choosing Watson's Grocery Orofino for all your shopping needs. Open 7 days a week and a 10% discount on Thursdays for seniors on Michigan Avenue, Watson's Grocery Orofino.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
We're back here once again, St. Maries, Idaho, where they are celebrating senior night tonight. And right now the seniors are proving their worth as they have a 20-6 lead over the Orofino Maniacs here in the last of the regular season games for the 2022 season. CJ, we know at the conclusion of this game, the season is over for the Orofino Maniacs. They'll turn their sights to basketball after this. St. Maries, however, they're the second seed at District 1-2, and so they're off to the playoffs. What does that scenario look like for the 2As?
All right, so there are 11 overall berths this year. 8 of them are automatic, and then 3 of them are actually at-large bids determined by the Max Preps ranking. The current projected field is Kellogg, St. Maries, Melba, which, of course, we saw them earlier in the year. They're pretty darn solid. Coal Valley Christian, we always know Declo is going to be good. Bear Lake, Westside, North Fremont, and Firth. That is the projected fields of the automatic bids, and then the projected at-large bids are Aberdeen and Soda Springs. It looks as though if everything finishes as expected, St. Maries will travel and face Westside in the first round. The other matchups, Bear Lake, Firth, Melba, Declo, and Kellogg receive first-round byes. Coal Valley Christian will be at North Fremont, and Soda Springs will be at Aberdeen. Of course, Kellogg has claimed the District 1-2 title.
Yeah, and those games will get underway next week, and once St. Maries does travel to southeastern Idaho, more than likely they'll play those games at Pocatello once again. They're at the ISU mini dome, is what we like to call it. I'll tell you what, we've gone down there and seen Westside before. Not very pleasant.
No, it did not go well for us. I remember we had a pretty darn stacked team that year too, and it went bad right from the opening kickoff.
Yeah. So St. Maries will make the playoffs. And we are awaiting word on the Timberline Spartans. They are playing, of course, in the 1A Division II. They have a contest tonight on the road against the Lewis County Eagles. And should the Timberline Spartans win that game, they will have a home playoff game next week. And so we are awaiting word to find out if there is a score on that. I guess it was supposed to get underway at 7 o'clock, and we are underway early tonight, a 6 o'clock kickoff, due just to the length of the trip, which was nice that St. Mary's said, yeah, let's just move it up 1 hour and see if we can get you guys on your bus and home at a reasonable time. So that was great. But the Timberline game was supposed to kick off at 7, so as soon as we know anything at all on that, we'll pass it along to you for the fans at home. And should the Timberline Spartans make state football, CJ, you and I will be there to bring it home for the fine folks in the Clearwater Valley.
Yeah, and this would be the first ever home state game for Timberline, so that'd be a pretty big occasion.
CJ and I take a break with our score, St. Maries 20, Orofino 6. We are at halftime. We'll return after this.
We toss them. They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Deciding what's for lunch or dinner today is as easy as picking up your phone and calling Orofino's top pizza house, the Pizza Factory. Get that delicious pizza pie delivered to your home or work address. Every day of the week, there's great pizza, breadsticks, and sub sandwiches just a call away. 476-5519. Takeout available too.
We toss them. They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
I've seen this movie before.
You have?
This is the part where all is lost and the hero searches for hope. Then a mysterious figure reminds her that she has the Farmer's Home Policy Perk guaranteed replacement cost, and that her home will be rebuilt regardless of her limits or if the cost of materials has gone up.
That's really something.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmer's Policy Perks. Wait, I didn't ruin the ending, did I?
Yeah, you did.
We are farmers. Bum, bum, bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberling, your local farmer's insurance agent.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the simple, free checking account from P1FCU. It gives you the flexibility to earn dividends, plus get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Insured by NCUA.
Stand by for the second half. This halftime report on AM 13 KLER was presented by
Watson's Grocery Orofino, Kimberling Insurance Agency, Orofino Physical Therapy, Family Eye Care, The Pizza Factory, Les Schwab Tire and Alignment Center, Best Built Builder Supply, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial, and P1FCU. And now to the field for the second half of Maniac Football.
Well, we're back here at St. Mary's, and both teams remain in the locker room with still 2 minutes left before the halftime clock expires. The only people who are venturing out of those warm locker rooms right now, CJ, are our officials. It has been a breezy day here in St. Mary's. I'll tell you what, and you've been outside a little bit. I've been in this nice little warm room.
Yeah.
I prefer to stay here.
It's a wee bit chilly out there, that's for sure.
CJ, as Orofino will wrap up the football season here today with St. Mary's, we need to give some kudos also to girls volleyball. They played their district tournament earlier this week, and then also soccer, which did very respectable at district as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Excellent season for the Lady Maniac volleyball squad. They kind of caught fire a little bit towards the end of the regular season and racked up quite a few victories in a row. Unfortunately, kind of struggled a little bit down to district tournament. Ended up losing to Grangeville in 3 games, and then they kept it close against KLER, but ended up losing that 3 games to 2, and eventually eliminating them on their second loss there. The KLER, I believe, got the 2nd seed to the state tournament, and that top seed went to St. Mary's.
And so for soccer, the boys team, which has 3 girls that play on that team, which play fantastic soccer altogether. They won their first round game only to lose their second round game, and so they were eliminated. No opportunity for them to go to state. And I know that they had played McCall earlier in the season, and when I was in Boise yesterday, I happened to, on the way home, when I stopped at McCall, I saw McCall newspaper that the District 3 3A champions were the McCall Donnelly Vandals. Wow. So they are on their way to state soccer. So congratulations to them. The St. Maries Lumberjacks have come out onto the field. They have gone to their bench, which is located right across the field from us. The Orofino Maniacs remain in the locker room. However, they have put 3 minutes up on the clock for warm-up time. But I would imagine that both these teams are going to say, that's okay. We're going to negate warming up. We just want to get out here and start playing. St. Mary's, at this time, would have been warming up, but they have just at their bench to take final instruction from Craig Teft. And congratulations to Craig Jeff and St. Mary's for winning the second seed out of District 1-2 to go to state. So, of course, we want to wish them the best as the number 1 seed went to the Kellogg Wildcats. And so good luck to both of those teams. Orofino has now come out of the locker room, and so when you're in the locker room, it's nice and warm. You go, I don't know if I want to go back out there. The wind has picked up. It's cold. It's got to be somewhere in the upper 40s right now, maybe even the mid-40s, and it's expected to drop down to the upper 30s tonight. So it's going to be rather chilly, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I imagine that they probably going to have to drag a few of them bodily out of that locker room. And you talked about warming up earlier. I don't know if there is any warming up out there unless you have one of those big Tom Brady coats.
I can remember way back in the day when we had 2 of our 3 children were competitive swimmers for the Orofino Piranhas swim team.
Piranha.
They were the Piranhas, yeah, and they had full-length jackets that they wore over their swimsuits because most every place that they swam was an outdoor venue. And some of those Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, it would only be like 50 degrees. And the minute you get out of the water, it is cold. So they were nice and warm, and they were lined with that felt material. And I'll tell you what, kids said, I'm not getting out of this. What do you mean I got to go swimming again?
Sounds pretty cushy.
Well, they have brought St. Mary's out to get ready to tee this ball up. And for the third quarter, here is C.J. Thompson.
All right, the St. Mary's won the opening toss, won the coin toss, and chose to receive. Orofino will receive here the third quarter kickoff. Back deep to receive. Will be Nolan Williams. Grayson Sands will kick it away here for St. Mary's. And Nolan Williams, so dangerous in the kicking game. And stands an onside kick. That is not going to travel near the required 10 yards. That goes about 2 yards on the onside kick. And so Orofino will have excellent starting field position as they start in St. Mary's territory. First and 10 from about the 32.
Yeah, both teams trying their version of an onside kick. St. Mary's, that is their second, even their third onside kick attempt. None of them have worked here so far. Orofino will have excellent starting position from the Jack side of the field.
And it will be, looks like a Darian Cannon starting out at quarterback. 2 receivers each side. He's got Pettigill in the backfield with him. And on the jet sweep, it'll be Alex Powers on the left side. Good blocks ahead of him. He's got a first down and more as he's inside the 30-yard line when he finally tracks down. A gain of about 12 on the play. And it's Dylan Holder that's finally able to track him down. But Orofino coming out with some energy.
Yeah, CJ, they go with misdirection themselves, and on the jet sweep, they just get nice running from right to left up the sidelines.
They're pumped up following that score to end the first half. Darian Cannon once again from the gun, and he'll fake it, keep it himself, tries the left side. He's got 5 yards before he is tripped up, actually. More like 3. Yeah, across about the 27. Gave it 2, maybe 3 on the play. Wesley Vanderop with the tackle for St. Mary's. Positive yardage nonetheless on first down. And of course, this deep in St. Mary's territory, it's 4-down territory, I formation, fumbled snap. They got a fall on it. And that's just something the Orofino has been dealing with all year long, which is though they're able to hop on it.
CJ, that play was broken from the beginning. Godwin, who was in the backfield, slotted to the right, and I think maybe the ball had been snapped prior to when the quarterback, and I'm not sure if that was Cannon who was set to take that snap or not, was ready for it.
Now Hannah is back in there now. He'll line up out wide. It'll be Cannon with Pettingill in the backfield with him, looking right, going to throw to the flat, and it is picked off. And no one between St. Mary's and the end zone, the 30, the 25, and he will trot in the end zone. Senior linebacker Dylan Holder with the pick 6. And that erases an excellent scoring opportunity for Orofino.
70 yards.
As they were deep in St. Mary's territory. But unfortunately, a dangerous pass. St. Mary's able to capitalize.
Yeah, just unfortunately that ball came out of the hand of Darian Cannon, all wobbly to start with, CJ. And so it was just a jump ball. And Dylan Holder, 6 foot 175, just out jumped everybody, got it, and went right down the sideline, 70 yards for the pick 6.
Grayson Sands, he's proved he's got plenty of leg. In fact, they attempted the field goal earlier. Here's the kick. It's got plenty of distance to it. Puts the upright and it's good as St. Mary's takes a 27-6 lead. 9:58 to go in the third. Jeff and I take a break. We're back after this.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the simple, free checking account from P1FCU. It gives you the flexibility to earn dividends, plus get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Insured by NCUA.
We toss them. They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Nothing quite says family happiness like the deliciousness of a piping hot pizza or flatbread from the Pizza Factory. On Michigan Avenue, Orofino, the Pizza Factory has 4 new mouth-watering flatbreads. Pesto, artichoke, and tomato flatbreads, also available with buffalo chicken or tomato bacon and olive oil. For a limited time only, come in today and try the new flatbreads.
We toss them. They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Well, I want to thank you for listening in as our game is brought to you by our friends tonight by Les Schwab Tire Center and Orofino Physical Therapy. Here's CJ Thompson.
St. Mary's does a kick following the pick 6 by Dylan Holder. St. Mary's leads it 27-6. Back deep to receive Hunter Gamble here to the near side, to the far side, Nolan Williams. As Sands boots it, it's a good kick end over end, fielded about the 22 by Williams. He'll return it. He's got a nice little gap to the 40, breaks the tackle, busted outside. He's finally tracked down at about the 38-yard line. That's where Orofino will take over. And the special teams tackle, that is Jamin Harrell.
And they're going to spot it.
Orofino will get another crack at it here on offense, 1st and 10 from the 40. Nolan Williams just so explosive in the open field.
Yeah, CJ, he tried going straight up the right hash and then bounced it out, but there was just no running from there. Good kick return coverage by St. Mary's.
And it'll be a toss to Williams on the left side. Little hesitation and looking for room. The ball comes out and he has to pounce back on it. And that's going to be a big loss all the way back to about the 30-yard line. Loss of 10 on the play. And Williams hasn't had issues fumbling the ball this year.
Yeah, he took a good-sized hit, PJ. Twice he tried bouncing it outside. On the second attempt, however, somebody got a helmet on that ball, and you saw it just pop right out of his hands, right straight up into the air, but he has the presence of mind to get back and drop on it.
2nd and 17 from about the 33-yard line. Cannon from the gun. They fake hits, play action, and he is swarmed. Nowhere to go for Darian Cannon as he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of probably 4 on the play.
Yeah, the first down marker all the way at the 50-yard line, CJ. They will snap this ball from the 31.
So 3rd down and about 19. Calling it 20 on the board. And
yeah, it just looks like Darian Cannon sometimes is just unsure what to do with that ball when he takes the snap.
Which quarterback, of course, not his first position. And he takes the snap. It's a good one. Good hole on the right side. Steps by one, but right into the arms of another defender. and he is ripped down. It's about a loss of 1 on the play, and Wesley Vandross with the tackle for St. Mary's. That's going to bring up 4th down and forever, and he will kick it away. That's going to be Jerry Badgett back deep to receive for St. Mary's. Alex Powers to kick it away. He's gotten some work tonight. Puts a good boot into it. It'll land about 42, takes a big Orofino bounce all the way back to about the 25. Keep rolling to about the 22. That's where Darian Cannon will down it.
That's right. Darian Cannon got down there quickly, erasing any opportunity whatsoever for St. Mary's to return that ball. It's all about getting there as quick as possible on punt return coverage.
And now the St. Mary's Lumberjacks offense will have their first possession here in the second half. Already scored, but on defense.
Yeah, the Maniacs just forced into a 3-and-out on their second possession here in the second half of the play.
Boulder leads his team up to the line once again, a bunch formation. 1st and 10 from the 24, and it'll be a run up the guts and nowhere to go for the ball carrier. And looks as though they just
said that Orofino, Orofino has the ball back on a fumble recovery.
Wow.
And I think that was Alex Powers, CJ. He came up with the ball. And so Maniacs get one back here, their first fumble recovery here of the evening.
Ball security has been an issue on the night here for both teams. I'm sure they've got some pretty cold hands. So 1st and 10, Orofino from the 25. Cannon will work from the gun. Pettingill back with him. Loses the snap, corrals it in, tucks it, keeps it himself, can't get the edge. And he's pushed out of bounds for a loss of about 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 coming up.
Yeah, that tackle made right in front of the St. Mary's bench across the way, CJ, and that just, brings all kinds of electricity to that bench. Everybody wants an opportunity to come into play and make a big defensive stop like that.
All of the loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Now coming up, Pettingill again will be in the backfield with Cannon. Williams lined up here to the near side. Godwin in the spots. Cannon will throw down the middle of the field looking for Williams. It's another wounded duck. It was just a jump ball, and it falls incomplete, and that's about the best you could ask for there. Jared Badgett in on the play defensively, and that could have been easily a pick.
Yeah, it could have, but Badgett has the presence of mind knowing that the best thing to do is just swat it away. Don't let the receiver have an opportunity to make the catch. Or if, they come up with that ball, CJ, it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 10. While it wasn't the best thrown pass, it got down towards the sidelines where the receiver was at.
Darian Cannon once again will work from the shotgun. Pettingill in the backfield with him. 3 wide, and a quick out on the right side, and stepping in between Drew Hanna. And that's all. That is the play that they lost the backwards pass on. Yeah. It might have happened again.
And Orofino
will come up with it.
Orofino does come up with it. It's John Defoe who actually ends up on top of the ball for Orofino, retaining possession. So now it'll bring up 4th down and long for the Maniacs. Ball at about the 33.
4th down and about, looks like 17. 18. For Orofino, they're going to go for it. Darian Cannon from the shotgun takes the snap, looking for somewhere to go, finds Williams across the middle of the field, has to spin around to hang on to it. He comes down with it, but going to be well short of the 1st down, about 5 yards short. That'll turn it over on down. Straight Gibson there to make the tackle. And if he had been able to catch that in stride, he might have been able to pick up the 1st down.
Right, yeah. Gibson was right in his hip pocket, but he had to make a second stab at it to bring it down into his chest. He makes the catch, CJ, and does make forward progress with it, but just not enough for the 1st down.
Now 1st and 10 for St. Mary's from the 20-yard line. Holder up under center, and they give it on to the sweep, and it'll be Vanderhoff that is tripped up on the edge. Picked up about a yard on the play, and it was Corey Godwin making the tackle for Orofino.
Nice tackle by Corey. TJ, he just got him up right around the hips and slung him over his side.
That's a big body to bring down to the open field as well. And Damian Vanderhaam already with a touchdown in the ball game. 27-6, St. Mary's leads it, and the toss will go the other way this time. A lot of room up the middle. That is a Trey Gibson. He makes a couple misses. He's into the second level. Touchdown saving tackle at the 42-yard line by Darian Cannon. And that's a big pickup of about 24.
You give that tight end an open hole like that, CJ, he's going to start dancing around that secondary. Exactly what he did. He made two Maniacs miss before Cannon was able to bring him down, but not till after they got a first down on the ground.
Now 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Holder barking out the signal, surveys the defense. And he'll give it to the back out of the backfield, runs into a wall of white jerseys. And it stops for a short gain on the play. And that is 78 CJ, and I believe that's right there. That's Litke. I believe on the carry was Darnold, Hogan Darnold, number 13.
2nd and 8 now.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Okay.
From the 46-yard line, looks like. Once again, two tight end bunch formation. Holder reads the defense, and they'll get it to the back, and he's into the secondary, the 40, the 35, the 30th foot race. He's going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown, and that is a 53-yard score by Vanderhaam.
Okay, back to the...
I thought that was number 24. No, that is Garrett Brebner.
5, 7.
I swear that was 24.
Yeah, I think you're right. Garrett Brebner.
Yeah. Our PA announcer said Vanderhaam, but that's not the case. Here's the kick from Sands. It is blocked away. 33-6 our score. St. Mary's leads at 3:47 to go in the third. Jeff and I will be back after this.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Autumn is upon us and is the perfect time for fall savings at your Highway 12 Orofino Best Built Builder Supply. Hi, this is Ian, and for the entire month of October, you'll save throughout the store on items like the Black & Decker 20-volt max cordless blower for $109. And there's always the 24-inch steel leaf rake with 50-inch handle for $17.97. If you need it, we have it at Best Built Builder Supply.
Thanks for listening in. Our broadcast brought to you by Riverside Physical Therapy and the Pizza Factory.
Following along the score, St. Mary's to kick it away. Gamble and Williams back deep to receive. High end over end kick to the 14 by Gamble. He'll return it. He'll try the left side. Now cuts back to the right. And he gets hit hard at about the 26-yard line. And that's where Orofino will take over. And this is Brock Anderson making that tackle in special teams.
So that's a good return for Gamble. I think that's his first varsity return of the season here, CJ. About a return of 12 yards.
I do believe so. Orofino will break huddle, head up to the line, 1st and 10. From the 28-yard line. Hannah back in at quarterback, Pettingill in there with him, surveys the field 3 wide to the left, and they'll give it on the jet sweep to Alex Powers, and he is hit immediately upon taking the handoff. He was wrapped up and ripped down. And Kohler on the tackle. Big tackle for loss, about 3 yards. Back to the 25.
Yeah, they have that well-schooled, CJ, as St. Mary's was in the backfield just about the same time on that jet sweep the ball was handed off.
Nolan Williams, the deep back in the I formation. Corey Godwin lined up here to the near side. As Hannah works up under center, Pettingill gets the give at the fullback dive, and there's nowhere to go. He runs into a wall, and he is pushed back. A short loss on the play that's going to bring up third down and about 15.
Yeah, the entire defensive line, or at least three of them, they run a 3-4, so it's Ford, Hill, and Renner. All those guys on that fullback dive, they just covered up the running back, just nowhere to go. So it's third down and long. The first down marker, the line to make, is at the 39-yard line.
Two receivers here to the near side, one to the far side. Anna will work again from the gun. And he'll give it to Powers coming in motion. He drops it, able to pick it back up, but nowhere to go for him again. As he loses a couple more on the play, and it's going to bring up fourth down and long. Alex Powers will punt it away once again.
Alex has had a very busy night punting, but his net yards tonight, I mean, you're putting on a lot of yards for this young man punting.
And it'll be Badgett and Gibson, the two safeties. Badgett has his heels about the 49-yard line. Here's the kick. It's a good one. High one, fielded at the 47. Comes out of the hands of Badgett and just hit hard.
I think it's Corey Godwin across the way. CJ, can't you tell?
Must have been able to come up with it. But the ball looked as though it had come out.
The Bruce ball for St. Mary's in its first attempt.
And St. Mary's able to come up with it.
Defensively, that was Darian Cannon who dealt out the punishment across the way, a 7, not a 2. And boy, howdy, again, we saw Darian on punt coverage last time, and we talked about how quickly he got downfield. The same thing this time. Immediately after the ball is caught, Cannon just levels him out.
St. Mary's up 33-6, first and 10 now from the 45-yard line. Holder barking out the signal, saying they'll give it to Gibson going right. And he's pushing the pile. He's got a hard fought couple of yards to the 47. Second and 8.
Yeah, not much going there as they try to go over that A gap on the right side, CJ, and just nothing much there. The defensive line for Orofino doing a pretty good job of stopping that up. Powers, Simpson, Defoe, and Godwin.
I think St. Mary's going to be content just eating up some of this clock, taking their time, down under a minute to go here in the third quarter, as they carry a 27-point advantage. Holder again up under center. They take it to Gibson. Holder back to pass. Nearly loses his footing. Able to get it away. It's hauled in on the sideline right at the stick. And that is number...
Wow. Yeah, they're going to say that's a completed pass right on the sideline at the 43-yard line.
And that one is Vanderoff calling it in. That'll move the chains for St. Mary's. 40.6 seconds on the clock. St. Mary's in their lumberjack green and gold uniforms with the gold helmets. Orofino in their white uniforms. And it is a reverse. Vanderoff nowhere to go. He stuffed in the backfield. And that is Speaker Pettingill and Darian Cannon. Met him at the point of attack. Tackle for loss.
Loss of 1 is going to be second and 11.
I think that's actually going to be second and 12 there. I think it's going to be a loss of 2.
And St. Mary's is going to be happy enough to just let these final 12 seconds roll off, I think, without taking a snap of the ball. Now they come up to the line of scrimmage with 8 seconds.
They come up to the line, maybe Trying to get Orofino to jump real quick. Unless they want to run a play, the snap is off, and Gibson behind blockers on the right side. He's to the 35 as he gets to the edge. She's pushed out of bounds. She's got enough for a first down at about the 28-yard line. That's the change for St. Mary's. They'll have a first down when we come back from the break. But Jeff and I take a break. Fourth quarter action after this.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to what could have caused the house fire.
Could that be?
Traces of starch? Suddenly the pieces came together. The fire was started by
An over-microwaved potato?
and we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberling, your local farmer's insurance agent.
At Watson's Grocery Orofino, we wish to thank the community for trusting us for your family's grocery shopping needs. We do everything possible to bring you the lowest prices, quality foods, and smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Your hometown marketplace, Watson's Grocery Orofino, is where we believe in community. Donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Hometown values, that's our personal connection with you at Watson's Grocery Orofino. Open daily when you need us the most. Watson's Grocery Orofino.
Welcome back once again. P1SCU and Bestfield Builder Supply are proud to back the Maniacs on your Central Idaho Sports Leader 13 at KLER Orofino as we head to the final quarter. It is 33-6 St. Mary's in the lead, Jeff.
Well, CJ, here it is, the fourth quarter of this Central Idaho League encounter between the St. Maries Lumberjacks and Orofino Maniacs. And St. Mary's, with a fresh new set of downs, they'll have the ball spotted at the 25-yard line of Orofino. As they break from their huddle, it'll be the near side hash mark. St. Mary's running from left to right or towards the east end zone. Holder will work from under center, takes the snap. It's a toss. Fullback option, passing right side, receiver down there, and it is caught at the 3-yard line. That's Badgett, who Damien was set up on the right side. He was a receiver. He just had a fly route right down there, and on the fullback option, what a pass right into the hands of Badgett.
Nolan Williams on the defense there.
Nolan, of course, not the tallest guy on this Maniac squad, and Damien goes 6 foot. Just out-jumped him, and it's first and goal from the 4-yard line. Up to the line of scrimmage are the Lumberjacks, as, again, Holder from under center will take the snap and hand off right side. Spinning around is Gibson. He does not make it in. Maybe a half-yard pickup on the play for the Lumberjack as McAdow, the middle linebacker, is there to stop him. He had a couple of spins going towards the end zone, CJ, but McAdow just put a stop to that and put him down. No gain on the play. Second and goal again from the Maniac 4-yard line. All bunched up. Holder will have one back set behind him. And it's a push forward, and I think Holder's got it. He does. No, that's not Holder. That's Gibson, Trey Gibson from 4 yards out. Again, when you have that misdirection, CJ, it's difficult when they're all bunched up to find out who has the ball exactly. But Trey Gibson scores it from 4 yards out with 10 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter of play as St. Mary's with a commanding 39-6 advantage. Sands will kick out of the hold of Holder. The snap is bad, and Sands will pick it up, and he'll get mauled back at the 10-yard line. Our score remains 39-6 St. Mary's. C.J. Thompson and I come back after this.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the simple, free checking account from P1FCU. It gives you the flexibility to earn dividends, plus get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Insured by NCUA.
If you can count yourself as one of the hundreds of folks across the Clearwater who wakes up in the morning with a stiff and aching back, your answer is Riverside Physical Therapy. While everyone is unique in their issues, the therapists at Riverside PT work hard to deliver the care you need to feel better after the very first visit. A satisfied patient is the simple goal of all the staff. Let us assess your healthcare needs and develop a recovery plan to fit you. Call for an appointment today, 476-7105, Riverside Physical Therapy, Highway 12 West, Orofino.
Helping to sponsor our broadcast of Maniac Football is Watson's Grocery Orofino and Kimberling Insurance on KLER Orofino.
And after the 4-yard plunge, Sands will put the ball at the 40. Gamble and Williams are deep for Orofino, and this will be kicked over the head and into the end zone behind Gamble. And so Orofino will have the ball out at the 25-yard line on the touchback. So, CJ, normally we would talk about the game which is next for Orofino during this short break, but this is it. This is the end of the line for Orofino this year, as they were unable to score a victory. And, of course, this one is still up in the air. You never say it's over until it's over. But Orofino just had a tough time this year. But you got to look forward to what's next, especially for the senior kids.
Yeah, most definitely. You probably got some good athletes coming up as youngsters.
Cannon will split to the left as Hanna will have one back set to his right. Takes the snap, drops back, looks, throws right, and it's caught and then dropped at the 30-yard line. The receiver over there, CJ, I think that might have been Pettingill. Yeah. Incomplete pass, stops the clock with 10 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter of play.
Yeah, Orofino has kind of stalled offensively since their touchdown drive at the end of the first half.
Yeah. Maniacs break their huddle. Again, one receiver split wide to the left. That's Cannon. One receiver far to the right, Pettingill. As Hanna from under center takes the snap, and a whistle blows, and we have a false start. 5-yard penalty will be assessed against the Maniacs. One of the things Orofino has done today, however, is they have limited their penalties.
Yes, they have. They have just 4 penalties for 31 yards, although one of those did come in a very costly time, a holding penalty that negated a big first down.
Yeah. So that will move the ball back now to the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 15 for Orofino. Once again, Hanna from under center takes the snap and bouncing out to the outside. Good running room for the Maniac. That's Williams across the 30, and he's going to be wrestled down at the 34-yard line. So a nice run by Williams as he is brought down by Aiden Yearout. It's going to be enough for a first down, CJ. And so that is the first down, or second first down here in the second half for the Maniacs, both of them coming on the ground.
First and 10.
Yeah, you got a playmaker in Williams in the backfield. Got to get him some touches.
So Williams will split to the far side. Here to the near side is Cannon. Slot left, and again, Hanna from out of the gun takes the snap. Has off on a reverse right side. That's Powers. Powers struggling into the secondary, and he's going to pick up positive yards to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. Nice run by Alex Powers once again. He is a senior on this club, one of the young men that went out to represent the captains at the beginning of this game. All the captains were nominated to be seniors and head out for the coin flip. Hanna? Oh, bad snap, and trying to pick it up is, no, and that's not Hanna, that's Cannon. Cannon was able to recover the loose ball, but he'll lose yardage. It'll bring a 3rd down and 10 now. So they lose the positive yardage that they got on the Powers run just the previous play.
Yeah.
I think Alex, or excuse me, but Darian might have looked away from the ball when it was snapped back to him. From under center, this is Hannah. And he'll hand off. The tailback is rustled down almost immediately. That's Godwin, I think, in the back. Williams.
And we don't have a 7 on our roster, but I believe that
7-6, yeah. 7-0, CJ.
Oh, that's 7-0. That's Jackson Nantel.
4th and 11 now.
So 4th down, and with 8:04 on the clock, will Orofino punt or will they elect to go for it? And looks as though they will punt. 2 safeties deep for St. Mary's once again. As Powers calls for the ball, they'll get it. Gets a nice kick off to the right. And again, it takes another Maniac bounce inside the 40, and it'll be down at about the 35, 36-yard line. And that's where St. Mary's will take it over here with 7 minutes and 36 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter of play.
Yeah, St. Mary's with a big cushion, 39-6. You know that they're going to look to keep this on the ground here, eat up this clock, and it is their best friends, and head out of here with a senior night victory.
Yeah, you know, they've got a lot of good guys that they've had in the backfield, Gibson and Vander Rob, that have run the ball. And then when they bunch up all those receivers, the tight ends or the wideouts will come out and take the ball out of the hand of Holder. So Holder from under center, he's just going to run forward with the ball. And the pile is still pushing. He'll cross the 40 to about the 41-yard line, a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 on the play.
It could be any one of
a Maniac down lineman. Yeah. Those 3 guys there.
That whole pile in there. Don't believe that stopped until the forward progress was stalled. And, you know, those long quarterback sneaks, never really seen them anywhere else before.
Yeah.
Had a 15-yard one earlier in the game.
This is 2nd down and 6 now after the pickup by the quarterback. Holder from under center. He will hand off the tight end coming this way and getting bottled up and brought down hard. 16, DJ. Who is that?
Jamin Harold.
Harold, the ball carrier. And a pickup of about 2, 3rd down and 4 now.
And we do have an update on the Timberline Spartans and Lewis County ball game. It is 20-0 Lewis County, 2 minutes left in the 2nd.
So Lewis County with the early edge over the Timberline Spartans. So 3rd down and we'll call it 3. Holder and the Jacks. And now there is the entire Jack line started to move. And so it's a false start, a 5-yard penalty against St. Mary's. So, again, just one of the very few penalties that St. Mary has had tonight, but it comes at an inopportune time. They have 3rd and 3. Now it'll be 3rd and 8. Of course, with 6 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock, you know, these guys, like you said, they're just going to keep it on the ground and try and get another 1st down. Limit the amount of times that Orofino will have the ball offensively. Up to the line of scrimmage. Holder takes the snap. He'll hand off to the wing, and brought down in the backfield is Logan Donald.
And looks like they actually have Cody Test in their quarterback now, their 2nd-string quarterback, number 3, and now they'll punt it away.
So Sands will kick this ball away. Maniacs will drop back 2 safeties. Godwin will stand at the 50. Snap is back. Here's the kick by Sands. Gets a nice kick away. And this one will angle to the sidelines and will go out of bounds right near the 40-yard line. And so that's where Orofino will have it, 60 yards away from pay dirt here in the fourth quarter of play with just under 5 minutes left in this one here.
Yeah, probably a smart decision to kick away from Nolan Williams there, as he's always so dangerous in the return game.
So the ball is placed at the 35-yard line. Orofino has just under 5 minutes in which to try and get into the end zone as they head towards the west end zone as CJ and I look at it here from St. Mary's High School. Thanks for listening in on KLER Orofino. Snap is high, pulling it in, and looks so Cannon wants to run to the left. Not a whole lot there. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the carry. And it's Jamin Harold on the stop. A lot of bench players getting time here for St. Mary's and Orofino as we're 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining till the conclusion of this one. Cannon here to the near side, slot left, and operating out of the gun is Hanna. Takes the snap, and he'll hand it off, and slipping is Alex Powers as he tried running from left to right on the jet sweep. Again, this ground is, while it's not soaking wet or anything like that, DJ, it's wet, and so it's difficult to make cuts at any time. And once again, Harold is going to be there to put his hand on Powers after he goes down. A loss of 1 on the play, 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, Harold taking advantage of the playing time opportunity here late in this ball game.
Powers will line up with Cannon here to the left, 2 to the right. High snap, bringing it over, and the ball is incomplete as it was intended for Powers at the 45-yard line. Thrown a little behind him. He tried to put the brakes on to come down and make the catch, but the incomplete pass brings up 4th down and 12. And with 3.5 minutes left, Orofino looks as though they will go for it here. And now it's going to be Powers dropping back.
Yeah, that's Powers.
So Powers, well, we'll see. Where is this ball at? Snap is back. There we go. Now it's a fake. And a throw here to the near side, and there is nobody there. Incomplete at the 48-yard line, and so the St. Mary's Lumberjacks will take it over. There was no receiver there, and it looked as though it was going to be, it didn't look like a punt formation, DJ, and then when the heave came here to the near side, there was nobody there for Orofino to try and come down with it, and so the Jacks will take it over at the Maniacs' 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think the whole team was on the same page there. There was a lot of confusion.
So more than likely, this is Coach Teft's son, Cody Teft, who will take the snaps and bouncing off one tackler. Now running here to the right side is the 16. Yeah, let's get him written in because more than likely. And of course, everybody's still excited here as no one has left this game with 3 minutes and change on the clock. First down for St. Mary's as the ball is spotted at Orofino's 21-yard line. Teft from under center has one back set behind him, takes the snap, bottled up, rolls out the right side, slips one tackler, a second. Now he's brought down by the third on the running play that goes to the right. That's Darian Cannon along with Ian Powell. So the carry by Teft, that's a couple of yards. 2nd down and 7. We are at 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this football game. St. Mary's will head off to the playoffs next week. Teft with one back behind him, and he's just going to try and run with the pile forward, and they keep pushing forward, but Teft has been down for some time. Even though the pile keeps moving, CJ, Teft was down after about a yard, maybe 2 at the best.
Football coming your way.
So a minute and 50 seconds remaining in this one.
We'll be playing at Orofino tomorrow.
Looked as though it was Seeker Pettingill that got in there for the stop. A lot of Orofino defenders limping around.
Yeah. And it looks as though a timeout has been called by Orofino. CJ and I will take a break as well. We are coming back after this.
October means fall savings when you shop your Best Built Builder Supply. Keep your home safe with the First Alert smoke and carbon monoxide alarm nearly 50% off and now $29.99. Put out small fires with the First Alert household fire extinguisher for $16.99. These special of the month items and more savings can be found 7 days a week at Best Built Builder Supply.
Today you can protect yourself and your family from the new COVID variants with the recently released Pfizer and Moderna bivalent boosters. Available now from Clearwater Valley Health and St. Mary's Health, those individuals 12 and older can receive a COVID-19 bivalent booster to protect against the latest variants. In Orofino, call and schedule your appointment at 476-5777, 476-5777 to receive your COVID bivalent booster and protect your family.
Well, we're back to action once again. Teft, the sophomore quarterback, takes the snap. He'll hand off the tailback right side. Big pile of bodies right there. And the clock is now winding under 1 minute and 30 seconds. So it'll bring up 4th down and about 4 for St. Mary's. And you can bet it'll be a safe bet that they'll try and run one more play here to get a first down. But all they need to do is get within that 30-second timeline, and they'll run the clock out if they can just get one more first down. They'll stay in that huddle for as long as they possibly can, as we have now hit the 1 minute mark here at St. Mary's. The Lumberjacks break from their huddle. 4th down and 4. Teft from under center. He'll take the snap, and he'll try running the left side, and he is brought down well behind the line of scrimmage, and so that'll turn the ball over to the Maniacs with 42 seconds. It's Darian Cannon who gets into the backfield and makes the stop on Teft. So Orofino will have approximately 42 seconds in which to keep the ball downfield a couple of times, maybe try and get one more score up on the board as they find themselves losing to St. Mary's 39-6 in this football game. Drew Hanna comes in along with Williams, and Hanna is going to line up as a receiver, so that means once again that Cannon will take the snap. He'll take the snap, and Cannon wants to run with it straight here to the near sidelines. He's at the 30, and he's going to get punished at the 35-yard line, and he stays in bounds. And the clock does stop at 34 seconds, just long enough anyway to move the chains as Brock Anderson, the junior cornerback, stops him. Now they'll whistle the ball ready for play once again with 25 seconds and winding. Williams will head to the far side. Here to the near side is Hanna. Cannon takes the snap, and he's going to run straight forward with it. And the Maniacs will push the pile across the 40 to the 42-yard line. And timeout has been called by Orofino. We're just going to keep it here with 5 seconds on the clock. Orofino is going to drop one last play before they end their 2022 season, CJ. And, you never say die until, if you have an opportunity to get points when you find yourself on the wrong side of a 39-6 score, you're going to try and get it. You're going to burn every timeout you've got. You want your guys to have some success.
Yeah, most definitely. And, he knows he can't take those timeouts with him, so
right.
Might as well use them. When they like to go long, they like to send Nolan Williams, and, of course, Drew Hanna is their long ball thrower. We'll see if they try and target him.
Well, Hanna is the quarterback. Cannon, the receiver, here to the near side. Hanna takes a snap, throws, caught once again by Cannon, and Cannon breaks one tackle but he can't break the second. He's brought down at the 48, and the clock has expired here on the 2022 season for the Orofino Maniacs, as St. Mary's wins here at home tonight on senior night, 39-6. And CJ, when we started this season out, no way did we ever think that Orofino would go winless on a season. Even last year when they had problems, they still were able to come up with a victory. But this year, just the problem mounted one after another.
Yeah, most definitely. It's just, really unfortunate. And, Jake Mechie is in a tough situation coming in as the first-year coach, and a lot of players not coming out for football, stuff like that. So they're in a rebuilding phase right now, and you know that coach is going to take the right steps to get Orofino's program back up and winning.
All right, CJ and I are going to wrap this up. We've got our post game coming up after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Young James Lusage had a snowboarding accident that over the course of a few years materialized into a near debilitating back injury. After chiropractic and injections no longer gave relief, medical doctors said he'd be best served by physical therapy.
For the clinic here in Orofino, they said they were about 2 months out before I could get physical therapy, and in KMEI it was about a month. And so I just called the private ones, and they're like, yeah, we can get you in next week. Okay, perfect.
James chose Orofino Physical Therapy. What was your workout like?
I would start with a warm-up on an elliptical or a bicycle, and then after that I would start lifting some weights. I would use a free motion machine, and then I would start working out on my hips and my core and my low back.
When did you first see results?
So it took about 2 weeks before I noticed a difference. Pain level went way down. I could work out with almost little to no pain. Mobility was better, and now I'm almost pain-free.
You have a choice. Choose Orofino Physical Therapy.
Well, we're back here once again. Jeff Jones, CJ Thompson, as the Orofino Maniacs have wrapped up their 2022 season, a 39-6 loss to the St. Maries Lumberjacks. And CJ, Orofino had high hopes coming into this game. They knew they'd be able to play with St. Maries, but again, mistakes hurt them right from the get-go on an onside kick attempt that went completely awry, and St. Maries was able to score on that very first possession of the game.
Yeah, most definitely, and just too many negative plays. Had quite a few struggles when it came to ball security, which both teams actually did struggle with that. Of course, you have the pick six. It's just pretty hard to operate when you have those big negative plays. Still had some trouble when it came to transfer from center to quarterback. So there's a lot to work on here in the offseason and heading into next year.
All right, CJ and I take a break. When we come back, we're going to run over the scoring plays in the second half when our postgame continues after this.
It's time to elevate your finances. Introducing Ascend Checking, the simple, free checking account from P1FCU. It gives you the flexibility to earn dividends, plus get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. Level up your finances with Ascend Checking. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Insured by NCUA.
At Watson's Grocery Orofino, we wish to thank the community for trusting us for your family's grocery shopping needs. We do everything possible to bring you the lowest prices, quality foods, and smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Your hometown marketplace, Watson's Grocery Orofino, is where we believe in community. Donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Hometown values, that's our personal connection with you at Watson's Grocery Orofino. Open daily when you need us the most. Watson's Grocery Orofino.
It's amazing that we wear something different every day to work and try our best to change up our look. New shoes or shirt or even a haircut can really make a difference. But when was the last time you changed out those glasses? If it's been more than a couple years since you visited your optometrist, now's the time. Dr. Rick Lindgren and staff at Family Eye Care are here to take care of your family's eyes. If your vision changes, even slightly, those old glasses you're wearing may not be doing you any favors. It only takes a few minutes to have your eyes professionally examined. You just may be surprised at how much you've been missing. Find new brand name frames for less than you might think. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses for a look that's bold, original, and unforgettable. Let Family Eye Care help take care of your eyes. Call and make an appointment today at 476-4814. Family Eye Care, Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and Highway 12 West in Kamei. Come on in and see the difference.
And we're back here once again at St. Mary's High School. At the end of halftime, it was St. Mary's up 20-6. St. Mary's would have 3 more scores here in the second half. In the third quarter with 9:58 on the clock, Dylan Holder, a 70-yard interception return for touchdown. Sands once again hitting the point after to make it a 27-6 game. Also in the third period with 3:47 on the clock, 53 yards. Jarrett Rebner on the run. The PAT was blocked, 23-6 the score then. And then here in the fourth period of play with 10 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock, 2-yard run by Gibson up the gut. The PAT was no good on a bad snap, 39-6. And that's the way we end our football game here tonight as St. Mary's with the victory over Orofino here in this, the last Central Idaho League game of the season. One more break. When CJ and I return, it's the Pizza Factory player of the game after this.
October is National Physical Therapy Month. Call Orofino Physical Therapy to learn how we can help you before and after surgery. Healthcare professionals are recommending more patients turn to physical therapy before an operation to prepare for surgery, so the recovery process is easier and faster. Although prehab will not eliminate the post-operative recovery, it will shorten the process and help you prepare for what's to come. Call Orofino Physical Therapy today to schedule your same-day or next-day appointment.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that boxes by the curb make you a target for thieves? Or that dog bites account for 1/3 of all home liability claims? What if you didn't know that 1 in 7 drivers is uninsured? And that grease fires have to be smothered. The more you know, the better you can plan. Get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberling, your local farmer's insurance agent.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
It's back, fresher and hotter. The Pizza Factory reintroduces the all-you-can-eat buffet. Lunchtime in Orofino means all-you-can-eat pizza, breadsticks, sauce, and a delicious salad bar, packed with fresh greens, fruits, proteins, and dressings. The Pizza Factory all-you-can-eat buffet is Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Make the all-you-can-eat buffet your next lunchtime stop.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
And we're back here to wrap this one up as the Maniacs fall to the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, 39-6, the final of this one here. And it's time for our Pizza Factory player of the game. And not only do we honor a Maniac football player tonight, but we also honor volleyball and soccer this evening. And CJ, let's start with tonight's football contest.
All right. Well, I think that this one has got to go to someone who did it in all facets of the ball game, and that is Alex Powers. Did a fantastic job in the punting game, one of the bright spots here tonight for Orofino. He had a couple of pretty darn nice carries, one of them that went for one of the 4 first downs that Orofino had on the ball game, and then he also made some nice tackles on the defensive side. So congratulations, Alex. And then also, as we look to volleyball, Grace Bearden is the nominee from the district tournament. She played fantastic against Grangeville. She was actually awarded league MVP. Others to make the all-league team were Riley Diffin and Miley Zenner. So congratulations, Grace. And then in the soccer game, of course, the Maniacs won their opening round game against Priest River, but then lost 2-0 to Bonners Ferry in that second ball game. And so the defensive game before Orofino, Tatum Tilley, one of the defenders, takes home the Pizza Factory Player of the Game nominee. So all of our nominees will receive a certificate good for a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of their choice from our good friends at the Pizza Factory Orofino.
All right, CJ, before we wrap this up, I guess we're going to have to wait and see what Timberline does in their contest against Lewis County, yes. And depending upon if they win or lose, we'll know a little bit more about Timberline football in the state playoffs next week. And so we'll bring that information to you as quickly as we can. Otherwise, C.J. Thompson will be dressing up as a clown this year for Halloween, and he'll have a bucket of goodies to give out to all children, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to put the clown outfit on right now. Well, you can wait on that, all right?
I appreciate that.
Hey, we want to thank our in-studio engineer, C.J. Thompson, our for all of his hard work tonight. And the funny face of C.J. Thompson, but I'll let him say that himself.
I'm C.J. Thompson.
Jeff Jones. We'd like to wish you all a very pleasant good evening.
You've been listening to exclusive coverage of Orofino High Maniacs football on your Central Idaho sports leader, AM 13 KLER. Today's game was presented by
P1FCU, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial, Best Built Builder Supply, Les Schwab Tire and Alignment Center, The Pizza Factory, Family Eye Care, Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance Agency, and Watson's Grocery Orofino. We thank you again for listening, and we hope you'll join us again for continued coverage of Maniac Athletics. Orofino football is a service of your Central Idaho sports leader, KLER AM 1300.
Your Central Idaho sports leader, AM 13 KLER, Orofino.